did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. I found myself divorced and out there looking for love in all the wrong places. Fucking this one and that one and that one and that one and this one and that one. And my body count going up and my value going down. I'm just gonna call it like a TI is. All the while my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them. I should have stayed married to my husband. I felt like I was on this dark road with no street lights, pitch dark, and I couldn't find my way and didn't know which way to go. I felt lost. I felt like I was walking barefoot on that dark road with pebbles and hot rocks sticking my foot. I felt hurt. I felt alone because every time he and that one and this one and that one left my bed, I was alone all by myself. And which was supposed to be soft and comfortable for me, my pillow, it was now filled with tears. I should not have left my husband.
She traded a good husband for a senior position and a body count. He traded her for peace and a fresh start. Kings, the market corrected itself in real time. She left him. He leveled up. She's on a dark road. He's building a home with someone else. That's not karma. That's just Tuesday for a man who knows his worth.
One of the biggest problems that men constantly talk about and that men constantly have is that, you know, there was men who were probably perfect husbands, right? Suitable to be, you know, great lifelong partners that you passed up because you thought that you would always have a plethora of options. And then now the vulnerability that you're offering is not in your prime years. So now somebody is going to have to come along, maybe, you know, help you raise your kids, or maybe get the latter stage of life version of you. And a lot of men are saying, this is great, but sometimes it's a little late in the game for that conversation. Again, you're going to have some men who are completely open to this, who realize the vulnerable state, and this is a great state to be in. Again, this is something that's going to evoke change, but the deeper conversation is that younger women, you have to take this to heart, because maybe there's a possibility that all those options that you have now that you think you're always going to have, just keep in mind that there's a possibility you're not always going to have them.
The options felt permanent. They weren't. Kings, a man who has built himself, understands this from the other direction. His value compounds with time. His options expand as he grows. Hers work on a different timeline. And a lot of women figured that out at the exact moment it stopped being useful information.
A husband. I miss my family. I miss having a husband. And I miss my husband. I don't want just any husband. I want my husband. Mine. Miss mine. I miss mine. I don't know why. I'm really stuck. No, you guys are sick of this. You guys are so sick of this. I don't blame you. I don't know how to replace my husband. I don't know how. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I miss my family.
She wants her husband back, her ex-husband, the one she made an ex. Kings, the man she's crying over, didn't leave. She did, and now she's sitting with the paperwork she signed and calling it loneliness. You don't get to miss what you chose to walk away from and call it the world's fault.
To the table with the table, the chairs, the bacon. So I'm not asking or begging a man to take care of me because I don't need that, honey. Look at me.
Few moments later.
I'm tired. I no longer want to be an independent woman. Forget that INDE. I'm good. I want to be a housewife.
Full table, full bacon, full 180 in under 60 seconds. Kings, the independence speech has an expiration date, and she just hit it live on camera. She brought everything and discovered everything is exhausting when you're carrying it alone. The man who was supposed to be unnecessary suddenly sounds a lot like a solution.
Y'all, watch this shit. Like, this shit won't come off.
You want to know something? Every morning when my alarm goes off for work, and when I pull up to my job, I am sadly reminded that I could have been a rich man's wife like 3 different times now.
Bitch.
But no, I didn't want no man taking care of me. I was too busy yelling out, I'm
Independent. Do you know what that mean, man?
Yes, I do know what that means.
I'm doing that shit right. I promise to God I am.
If you count my childhood, me having to raise myself pretty much, damn it, I've been doing this for about 40 years now. Damn is right. I'm sick of this. I want a break. I just want like a year off. I'll take 6 months off. Being independent is sometimes overrated.
Notice she said sometimes. That right there shows it's only overrated to her when she's dealing with the downsides of being independent.
I have been there. I have done that. I got a t-shirt, photos, videos, every damn thing. I'm on the market.
3 rich men, 3 exits, 40 years of alarm clocks. Kings, she made her choices with full options available. Nobody forced her hand. The clock kept moving regardless. She said independence is sometimes overrated. Sometimes only when she's paying the bills. The rest of the time, it's great, apparently.
Are there any other women out there who, in their young, ambitious adult lives, decided that you were going to grow up and be strong and independent, and I don't need anybody to do anything for me, and now, in your 30s, you are realizing you're a fucking idiot?
Took her 30 years and a mortgage to figure out what some men were saying at 25. Kings, there's no refund window on that one. She did the work, paid the price, and named herself correctly. Give her that. The lesson is free for anyone watching who hasn't gotten there yet.
Ladies, the strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up! I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm gonna reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe.
She did everything right by the playbook, and the playbook let her down. Kings, the strong, independent woman narrative, was always going to end here. You can't run on warrior energy forever. Eventually, the war ends, and you're standing in the ruins wondering where the peace went. She wants softness now. The men she wanted that from have been offering it for years to women who actually wanted it.
Being a single working woman absolutely sucks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I would go back to the 1950s in a second just so I wouldn't have to deal with this shit. Because the way the economy is set up is I'm forced to work. I'm forced to get an education, a higher education, a college degree, in order to make enough money that I can be financially independent and afford my own home or my own rent or my own gas or my own groceries, my own insurance. And it's extremely difficult to do that. And it's very isolating as a woman when you have to do all of that all on your own and you can't find somebody that you can outsource some of those chores and financial responsibilities like you would with a spouse.
Forced to work. Forced to be financially independent, forced to afford her own life. Kings, she described adulthood and called it suffering. The forced she's feeling is just what responsibility feels like when nobody else is splitting it. Men have been carrying this weight alone since 18 without a TikTok about it.
Hello, it's day 4 of being single, and I broke my 1-day streak of not crying. And I keep telling myself, I am repeating this mantra, I am a strong, independent woman, and I do not need a partner to feel fulfilled, happy, or safe. And I want you to know that you are also a strong, independent person, and you do not need a partner to be fulfilled, happy, or safe, even if your frickin' tear ducts don't know it.
Day 4. Still crying, still reciting the independence mantra she doesn't believe. Kings, the mantra is losing the argument in real time. Her tear ducts are filing a formal objection. Strong and independent is a great speech. It's a rough day for
whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up. Like, oh my God.
She's mad at the suffragettes. Personally, Kings, she has the right to vote, own property, and earn her own income, and she's furious about it from her job. That's the full circle moment right there. The freedom she inherited came with a bill she wasn't warned about.
When you're in a strong, independent woman mindset, you're basically a warrior. When you are a warrior, guess what's coming up next for you? More war.
You declared war on your own peace and won. Kings, this is the entire independent woman arc summarized in 2 sentences. She wanted to be strong. The universe took her at her word and kept sending challenges. You get what you prepare for. She prepared for war.
I'm hurting y'all because I want to be loved. I want marriage. You know, a lot of us get on here, we act tough and we be like, I don't want a man, I don't need a man, but I want help. I want to be loved. I want somebody to love me. I want somebody I can be vulnerable with. The problem is, and I'm not crying y'all because I'm sad, I'm crying y'all because it's like a release right now. But the problem for me, y'all, is that all the relationships that I had with men were not about love. It was about survival for me. I know how to fuck. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to seduce a man. I do not know how to love a man. And then to have a son, because of those choices that I was making, y'all, and I got pregnant really, really fast. I got pregnant within 90 days of knowing my baby daddy. And we don't talk about this shit because it's embarrassing and it hurts. It fucking hurts. And I'm mad with me. I'm not mad at men. I'm not mad at my life. I'm mad at me because I don't know how to fix me. I don't know how to fix it. That's accountability. That's the shit that hurts. Is realizing that, hey, I got some shit with me that I don't know how to fucking fix. And in turn, because I don't know how to fix that shit, I'm fucking up other people around me. That's accountability. That's the shit that we don't.
She knows how to survive a man, doesn't know how to love one. Kings, that's the most honest thing in this entire video. Not the tears, not the drama. That one line. A man who has done his inner work can spot the difference between a woman who loves and a woman who needs. Trust the distinction.
I normally don't get on here and cry like this because of men, but like,
look at the tears.
I should be able to depend on more than just my brother.
Okay.
Like, living in a patriarchy where like y'all supposed to be doing every fucking thing and y'all think that y'all every thing. Y'all are not. Like, I cannot, like, I just deleted 5 out of my phone. You cannot do anything. Why is my brother the only person I can depend on?
She deleted 5 men and is billing the remaining ones for the gap. Kings, she said, men don't owe her anything in the same breath as asking why men aren't funding her life. That's pure confusion. A man doesn't owe a stranger his time, his money, or his stability just because she's disappointed in the other.
Please have a man slowly explain to me why you all suck so much. I can honestly sit here and say, as a 34-year-old woman, I have not met one damn good man. So please, someone explain to me why the that is.
34 years, 0 good men, all of them the problem. Kings, the common thread in every bad relationship she's had, is the only person who was present in all of them. But we won't say that too loudly. Men aren't hiding the good ones. She's been selecting from a specific section of the menu and wondering why the food's always wrong.
My biggest fear is to end up with an ugly man. And then for like my old hoes and old foes to like to laugh at me. I will not settle.
Her biggest relationship fear is the opinion of people she calls foes. Kings, she's not building a life. She's managing a reputation for people who don't even care. A king who has built genuine self-worth doesn't make decisions based on the reaction of others. She hasn't gotten there yet.
Turned 32 in 2.5 weeks, and I'm dreading it. I don't like my birthday anymore.
She's dreading a birthday. We don't care. Kings, 32 is nothing, but it feels like everything when the plan hasn't come together and the clock is louder than usual. Build your life so that every year that passes is evidence of progress, not a countdown.
Just fell in the parking lot of Walmart. And I went to grab my phone in that moment that I was hurting. And I wanted to call my husband and cry to him and have him comfort me like he always had after 25 years. The first thing I wanted to do was call him. And then I realized that he's not mine to call anymore. And how alone I really am. And it sucks. It really sucks. And I haven't been able to stop crying since. And I'm fine. But it sucks so bad.
Muscle memory dialed the number. Reality canceled the call. King's 25 years of marriage leaves a number in your fingers. The decision to leave doesn't delete it. She felt it the moment the pavement did what consequences always do. They hit you without warning.
So in November, I decided I no longer wanted to be a responsible parent, and I gave up my kids. I was just tired of being responsible and caring for them. I felt like I was too young and I wanted to go out there and experience life, and I started dating someone else, so it just didn't fit with my new lifestyle. And I didn't have anything to worry about because the other parent is a very responsible parent. But now I'm here because now I'm on child support, and to top it off, I'm really pissed off that I took care of them all the way up to November and I couldn't claim them on my taxes because the other parent had already claimed them.
She traded her kids for a lifestyle. Now she's mad about the tax return. Kings, the hierarchy of priorities in that clip is doing all the talking. She didn't lose her kids, she handed them over. The difference matters, and so does the reason.
I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but the anger I get from making eye contact with a man is like so ridiculous sometimes. Look at the hives I just got, literally just from making eye contact with a man. I literally feel so disgusted. I feel like
it stresses me out. Don't look at me!
Eye contact gave her hives. She screamed about it, posted it online. Kings, she needs professional help, not a relationship, not a conversation, medical intervention. The psych ward awaits her. File this under Not My Problem and keep it moving.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy. They want to live in this fake fantasy world. They would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
Yeah, I call bullshit on this. I know it's not a good look for a man to dismiss the suffering of a crying woman. Yes, like any man, when I see a woman crying, it brings up that protective masculine instinct. I do feel that, but as time has gone on in this culture, I have had to teach myself to ignore the emotion and to focus on the content, to listen to the substance, because there are so many women that are emotional, that are crying, that are complaining about how much suffering is in their lives. They're such victims when actually it's their own fault. Take this woman. Now she's obviously distressed, and I have compassion for any human being who's suffering. It sucks to see her that way, but dating isn't working out for her. And how does she diagnose the problem? Who's at fault here? Who's to blame? Come on, it's 2023. Do you even need to ask? Of course, men are to blame. It's always men's fault. Men want a fantasy. Men can't deal with a real woman. A real woman, it's a fascinating phrase when used in context like this, and we're going to unpack it, and I think you're going to be really shocked at what we discover. Because it turns out when one of these modern women uses the phrase real women, they have a very specific meaning. So what does it mean to be a real woman? It means you have mental health issues. It means you have huge emotional needs. You have chaos, anxiety, depression. I'm a real woman, and if you want me to be your girlfriend, then that means that all of those problems are now your problems. You have to deal with them. As my boyfriend, it is your job to fix all of this stuff for me. Fascinating, isn't it? Whatever happened to wanting to be a proud, independent woman?
Real woman means her problems become your problems on day one. Kings, he decoded the phrase so you don't have to learn it the expensive way. A real woman in the healthy sense brings something to the table, not a transfer of liability with a smile.
This is why you don't believe people that post online. Why are you recording? Yo, stop. Yo, this is a fact. Come on. Where's the lie? Yo, the amount of people that have main character syndrome like this is crazy. This is why I don't be believing people. They be crying online and bitching online, pouring their heart out, but little do they know they had to cue those emotions. Imagine you gotta put your emotions in a queue, set everything up, get the phone the perfect way it needs to be, make sure nobody's coming down the hall, no one's gonna disturb your video, then put your emotions in the front of the queue once you hit record and start doing some actor bullshit. You literally have to be acting like you're going for an Academy Award just to get some fucking views. And I'm supposed to believe you lost a patient today and you really feel as bad as you should if you wasn't thinking about posting this shit? Get the hell out of here. And then homie's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how that shit is done. That's why I don't be believing people. People be crying and you think to cry in front of strangers for some sympathy, for some views, for some comments, for some DMs. It's insane. And this is nursing. There's nurses that really lose patience and it hits them hard. And it hits them so hard they have no time to show the world how they really feel. They just deal with it in silence. This is crazy. To me, this is a mental disorder, bro. This is mental right here, that you got that main character syndrome, think the world revolves around you. And this is something I gotta show people. I gotta show them. Man, fuck that, bro. Don't be like these people. There's some shit that's not meant to post online, and yo, main character syndrome is a fucking disease.
The men who used to come running when they saw a woman cry have been watching this long enough to learn the difference between pain and production. A king who has built his discernment doesn't respond to the performance. Build that discernment. Don't mistake volume for vulnerability, and never let a camera-ready breakdown make decisions for you. Drop a like, share this with a king who needed to see it. Subscribe and stay in the room. See you in the next one.